Hey, it's Magical Mimi. I want to talk about the fact that there have been psychics that have had the soul of Charlie Kirk visit them since he tragically was unalived. And then there are psychics saying that that's not possible. I want to address that. I think it's really important that we talk about this. If you've never seen me before, my name's Magical Mimi. I am a psychic medium. I channel spirits. I am an open channel. I'm known for using a pendulum to channel spirit, but I also get messages through claircognizance as well and clairaudiently during those sessions and confirm it with the pendulum for my clients and for all of you, whether it's a TikTok video, YouTube video, or a live channeling event that I've done. I also was visited by the soul of Charlie Kirk. I was in a session talking to my higher self when his soul decided to hijack my pendulum. So, yeah, still doesn't know boundaries. I did have a feeling that it was probably bound to happen as soon as I got on my pendulum. I've been sick and I hadn't picked up the pendulum for a few days. So when I picked it up, I was like, okay, I really hope that I could just talk to my higher self and not have this experience. But alas, he did come through. But I want to talk about, is it really possible that a soul can come to a psychic that quickly? Yes and no. There are certain instances where it is possible. Most of the time, it is not. Because most people that pass on, they've gone through stages of their soul being ready to leave because maybe they know that they're going to transition soon, whether it's from old age or an illness that is prolonged. They know that their time is going to come at some point. So typically, those souls aren't going to come to a psychic right away. It's possible that they can. I've not experienced it, but I'm open to that being a possibility. But from what I have experienced, it's not. However, when somebody passes tragically and their soul did not have time to prepare for that transition, then yes, it is very possible that that soul, whether it's the entire soul or just a fragment, because once our soul is no longer in our earthly vessel, we can split that soul into fragments. That's why a deity is able to be reached by multiple people at multiple times and also be a spirit guide for multiple people because a soul can be in fragments. So when somebody has passed tragically, they are going to look for open channels. They're going to look for safe open channels as well. So they're not going to go to just anybody. They're not going to choose somebody that's not open. I am an open channel. So I frequently get spirits that come to me that maybe I don't really want to talk to or I didn't ask to talk to. But it happens. Like I said, I was not seeking to talk to the soul of Charlie Kirk. I didn't like this guy. I would say he is, a Azane. If you catch that pig Latin, okay. I did not like him. All right. And so I knew it was a matter of time before he showed up, and he did. So, yes, it is entirely possible. And while maybe it's just a fragment because his soul is still in the life review stage, I know he is because I asked him, why are you here? Why are you coming to me? And he said, I am sorry. And all of a sudden, I started crying. And that wasn't me. I am a very empathetic person. I also have clear empathy, which is a word he did not think was real. But his soul was communicating through my clear empathy that he truly is sorry. And I eventually talked to him about why it is he's sorry. And he didn't realize that he didn't have much time left to correct the wrongs. Because he said to me, his soul said that he recognized while he was living that there were things that he was doing and saying that were not right. And he really wanted to correct that. And I said, well, why didn't you? He said, money. So ultimately, he did all of those things for greed. And then it was too late for him to correct it. And just like psychic Sarah Treadwell said that he did not fulfill his soul's mission. He did not. That is confirmed. He did not fulfill any of it. In fact, he did the exact opposite of what his soul's mission was supposed to be. He was supposed to be known. He was supposed to have a big platform, but not in the way that he did. I will say that. And I asked him too, why was he coming to me? Why? Why didn't he go to a psychic that would have liked him? And basically, what he said is that he was looking for psychics that are open channels that are also safe. And I asked, why is he going to 4 a.m. club psychics? Because he bashed us while he was alive, bashed our knowing and our knowledge of that contest from last November. I said, why are you coming to us? And what he said, what I understood is that he feels he can trust us. I'm like, okay, cool. Not sure why you had to bash us. But it made sense when he said that. I thought about it later, and I'm like, that makes sense, because when he was bashing us, it wasn't as full throated as he normally bashes people on the left. So I was like, okay, maybe there was a part of him that believed us. And I even asked him, did you actually, while you were alive, believe what the 4 a.m. club psychics knew? And he said yes. And he also told me that he had knowledge that we were correct. He also told me exactly what happened around his unaliving. I'm not going to share that right now. I don't know if it is safe for me to share it. And so I am going to continue discerning if it's safe and when it will be safe. But I recorded this interaction that I had with his soul in a voice memo because I was sick and there was no way I was turning on the camera for that. Sorry. But I will say that he feels very betrayed. He wouldn't tell me who because he said it wasn't safe for me to know. So there's that. So that's a little bit about my experience with Charlie Kirk's soul. I didn't ask for it, and I never would have wanted that. Like I said, did not like the guy. There was one thing, and one thing only, that he ever agreed with me on. And I say it that way because it's not me agreeing with him. It's him being correct on one thing, and that's those files. So I said that if he wants to talk more and understand the wrongs that he committed, I will be happy to talk to him. Because when I was talking to him, I said, "Did you say this? Did you say these things?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Do you realize that that is antithetical to what it means to be a Christian?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Well, it is. And you're going to find that out. You're going to learn that it was wrong." There was one thing, and I can't remember what it was because there was a lot of things that I asked him about that he said. But there was one thing that he realized now because he's reviewed that in his life review, that it was not Christian to do that. And he definitely seems like somebody that wants to make amends, like his soul wants to make amends. And maybe that's how he gets out of this like personal hell. There is a life review, and I think he probably is not liking the life review. I can tell actually that he's not liking that life review. It is really upsetting to him to find out that he may have a life deemed evil. What it seems like I am is probably going to allow him to correct that. I have to verify it. I don't know if that is 100% correct. So, yes, it is possible that a soul will come to a psychic after they pass, but only under certain circumstances. Typically, when it's a tragic passing and they really need to get a message out. Not all souls that pass tragically are going to do that, though. Just ones that were wronged, or maybe we don't know who is responsible for that tragic ending that they experienced. Or maybe the wrong person has been taken into custody. In those instances, a soul will come to a psychic. I'll tell you, my uncle, Rod, that passed away a year ago in August, I still can't channel him. I talked to my grandma and grandpa who are with him to check on him. And I know that he's just still enjoying being in spirit form and isn't really ready to talk to anyone yet. It's an indeterminate amount of time, and it's different for every soul. There is no set amount of time. Everyone's different. Every soul is different. And as psychics, we have to be open to that. So that's my experience. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that don't want to believe it. And that's okay. That is perfectly okay. I'm not asking for you to believe it. I'm asking that you be open to the possibility. Just be open. I'm open. And if you are interested in talking to your spirit guides through me, my calendar is open as well. I'm here for you. Until next time, peace be with you.